All right, let's do a little surgery on my new Crosman 2240 XL. What we're doing is a cheap modification to the trigger just by compressing down the spring a little bit, maybe a 1/16 of an inch. So what tools you'll need, I'll have for surgery, I have my hemostats, screwdriver, a light if needed, tape measure, and that's about it. Anyways, what we're going to do is take off the handle. Make sure you use the right size screwdriver head so you don't gouge up your grip. This is my first, I do not do many review videos. This is really one of my first review type videos and kind of mini modification while I'm talking and stuff, so I'm a little nervous, but anyway, there's your spring. Let's make sure it's empty. The only way to check on this is, well, you can open that breech up, but you might not have a pellet in there already. Make sure there's no CO2 in there. There is nothing. Put this back on. Do not cross thread it. These are very well made pistols. That thread will go on really nice. This helps secure it in place before you puncture it. That's a different procedure. But anyway, you want to cock this back to loosen up tension on that spring. Put the safety on. Keep your hand over the spring so it doesn't fly out. Just take your, if you don't have hemostats, just use pliers. You're going to go up and over this peg right here. There's a little peg. I don't know if you can see it. Right there. Most of the time these springs are bent or wobbly. You can just straighten it out yourself and get it pretty much straight again. You can make your spring great again. Anyways, what you want to do, I've watched a couple ways you can do this. One very knowledgeable shooter, he's in the UK. He took a drill and drilled out two pieces of wood, blocks of wood, the same diameter as the spring. Fit the spring in there and took them both together and had a little gauge and he'd measure it. Very technical. Another guy in the US, Mountain Storm or Storm Mountain, he just took it like this and compressed it, holding on to it about a minute. Straight up and down, trying to keep it straight. Probably film in my elbow, hopefully not. Just keep it compressed as low as you can. I know a minute seems like a short amount of time, but it's forever when you have your finger in the spring is digging it. Oh yeah, you can feel it giving already. That should be sufficient. Straighten it out again. These pistols have kind of a heavy trigger. I say around 4 pounds. Trying to get it down to 2. So my lighting is kind of terrible. What you want to do is keep your hammer cocked back, and you can very easily just pop it back on now. It's in there, it's not going to fall out or nothing, it doesn't rattle. Let's check out the trigger before we, in case I need to pull it back out. It went in real easy, came out really hard, so I know I made a drastic adjustment. I know what it felt like stock. Oof, 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 that's hair trigger now. Safety works. Want to make sure the safety works. Let's try it again. Let's watch this trigger pull now. Oops. Let's see if you can see that. Oh, barely any creep whatsoever. I think I'm going to leave it like that. I like that hair trigger on it. It's not quite a hair trigger, but it is 100 times better than what it was. So I think I knocked it down quite a bit. I know it compressed down 1/16 of an inch at least. So put the grip back on. That's how easy that was, right? Grip should fit right back on there pretty good. Make sure it lines up just right so you do not cross thread or strip. Strip these handle screws and just do not over tighten. Just tighten down till it's nice and snug and just call it a day right there. Wow, look at that. Safety off. You saw the trigger move back. Let's see. Boom. Cock it back. It's on fire. Let's put it on safe. You saw the trigger move forward. Safety works. Let's try it. Fire. Oh, that is sweet. Next, we're going to charge her up and see how I improve on the targets. If I get any better or worse. I should improve technically. Oopsie.